Here we go then for one last time in 2022. Welcome to the final round of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Now the championship might be decided, but three drivers go into this race with a chance of finishing as runner-up to Max Verstappen this year. His teammate Sergio Perez and Red Bull have never had a 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship. Charles Leclerc, who's currently second in the championship for Ferrari, and George Russell, who needs Leclerc and Perez both to falter whilst he wins with the fastest lap. We'll see what happens then. We've got 58 laps to come around this 3.28 mile circuit. We're right by the sea here. We've got 16 corners, 6 to the left and 10 to the right, and well, there's always a chance of an overtake down into the hairpin at turn 5, and this was the overtake that decided the World Championship here last year. Max Verstappen late on the brakes and snatching the championship trophy out of Lewis Hamilton's grasp. Hamilton had been under a lot of pressure from Sergio Perez earlier in the race. This overtake proved crucial. Perez holding up Hamilton and reducing the advantage that Hamilton had, well, by about 10 seconds during the middle part of the race. Hamilton and Verstappen then going wheel to wheel into turn 9, the parabolica, and coming out of it, Verstappen could start to think about that first World Championship trophy. He's come on to win another one since, and this year by a very comfortable margin. Now we've got 3 tyre compounds. C5 is the soft and it doesn't last very long. C4 the medium, C3 the hard. The team's hoping that degradation isn't too high and they can maybe get away with a one-stop race, but if it is, it's definitely a two-stopper, and those mediums might just come in rather handy. Here's then the grid for the final race in 2022. Williams for the third time in 6 races, the slowest 2 cars. Latifi on his final race for Williams starts last, Alex Albon alongside. It's a 200th Grand Prix start for Valtteri Bottas alongside Pierre Gasly. Ahead of these two, Kevin Magnussen, pole sitter in Sao Paulo, knocked out in Q1 this weekend, and Zhou Guanyu, the one rookie on the grid, starts 15th. Lance Stroll 14th, his worst Abu Dhabi start since 2018. Daniel Ricciardo gets a 3-place grid penalty for his crash in Sao Paulo with Kevin Magnussen. Mick Schumacher is 12th and Yuki Tsunoda will start 11th. He finished 4th here last year. Fernando Alonso says he's going to look after Sebastian Vettel at the start. Alonso 10th. Vettel in his last race starts 9th with Esteban Ocon ahead of him. And Lando Norris 7th in the championship and 6 7th places this season is 7th on the grid. It's George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, an all third row Mercedes. It's an all second row Ferrari. Carlos Sainz 4th and Charles Leclerc starts 3rd. And then it's Sergio Perez, 2nd, his 5th front row start of the season, and Max Verstappen, his 7th pole of the season as he attempts to win it.